Hi, and welcome to another edition of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. It's time to take Christmas decorations down, and it's also the end of another annual meeting. Let's take a look. More than 1,700 Farm Bureau members registered during the 93rd annual meeting, which took place at the Galt House here in Louisville. Those attending had many opportunities to increase their knowledge about agriculture by attending various workshops and conferences. During the annual meeting, Mark Haney, a Pulaski County farmer, was re-elected president of Kentucky Farm Bureau for a 5th term. Haney has served on the executive committee for many years and has been a state director since 1993. For years, he chaired the State Resolutions Committee. He is a past president of the Kentucky Center for Cooperative Development and the Kentucky Horticultural Society.
You know, from day one, I always said that I would represent you, and I remember the commitment that I made in Technicolor. I remember that I said that I would approach every situation with a level head, an open mind, and an even hand. And I commit to you today to continue that philosophy.
Webster County's Eddie Melton was re-elected to the role of first vice president. Melton is chairman of the Kentucky Farm Bureau State Resolutions Committee and is a former president of the Webster County Farm Bureau. Hart County's Fritz Gieske was re-elected as second vice president. Gieske serves as the chair of the Beef Cattle Advisory Committee and is vice chair of the Farm Labor Advisory Committee. Most importantly, the annual meeting is a time for conducting important Farm Bureau business. The Resolutions Committee's final recommendations are among the matters decided upon the voting delegates during the annual business sessions.
We're going to be talking a lot about water this year. Two facets on water. We have to really be protected of the resource that we have. So we're going to be looking at clean water and how we defend ourselves, sometimes from people that accuse us of pollution that we're really not guilty of. But the other thing that's so important to us is how we get accessibility to the water. We're coming off of extremes in the weather, from drought to flooding, back to drought again. So we have to have accessibility to that water if we're going to be able to raise the food supply for our nation. And water is one of the most important ingredients.
During the awards breakfast, membership and service awards were presented to county farm bureaus in recognition for their hard work over the year.
The top county award for 2012 goes to the Madison County Farm Bureau.
Madison County Farm Bureau was selected top county for 2012.
On behalf of the board, it's an honor to receive this award. All the boards have worked real hard in the past year, and I tell you, I can't say enough about them through our women's committee, our young farmers, all the various programs they put on in the county. Also, I'd like to thank our extension agents in our county. We have two we're very blessed to have to work with us, and our Federation Secretary and our insurance agent and their staff. And, I mean, it takes all, not just one person, it takes the whole board behind you to get this job done.
Kentucky Farm Bureau's 2012 Farmer of the Year award goes to Mr. Scott Travis of Spencer County.
Scott Travis, a 27-year farming veteran of Spencer County, was honored as the 2012 Kentucky Farm Bureau Farmer of the Year. Travis and his wife Robbie currently raise beef cattle, tobacco, corn, soybeans, wheat hay, pumpkins, and gourds on his farm in Cox's Creek. Shelby County Dairyman John E. Calmy has been named winner of the Kentucky Farm Bureau's Award for Distinguished Service to Agriculture.
It is a great honor to be allowed to join this distinguished group. I've met and talked to some of the prior recipients, and I know them, and I know this is an honor to be selected to join them.
Kenneth Hayden, a row crop farmer from Hardin County, has been named winner of the annual award for Distinguished Service to Farm Bureau.
When I first started coming up here, It's something kind of unique about this organization. How do they get done what they get done? And early on, I really figured it out that people support you guys supporting other people. And this is what this organization is all about, is supporting each other.
Ray Bowman, owner of Farmstead Media Group in Frankfort, was named the Print Journalist winner of the Kentucky Farm Bureau's 2012 Communication Awards for Print. Whitney Carman, an extension agent in Hancock County and the former Director of Consumer Affairs for the Kentucky Beef Council, is the recipient of the Kentucky Farm Bureau's annual Farm Public Relations Award. Greg and Contessa Harris of Madison County won top honors in the Excellence in Ag competition. They will go on to represent Kentucky in the national competition at the 94th American Farm Bureau annual meeting held in Nashville.
I believe in the future of agriculture.
Megan Harper of Marshall County and Coleman Stivers of Fayette County were awarded top honors in the 2012 Outstanding Farm Bureau Youth Contest. Harper and Stivers were selected from 22 district finalists out of approximately 200 young people who competed in the county and district contests over the past several months. Ryan and Misty Bivens of LaRue County were honored as Kentucky Farm Bureau's Outstanding Young Farm Family for 2012.
We're ecstatic. I mean, it's a very humbling experience for us to have competition like this, to be named the winners out of competition that you've been up against. You know, as far as to win this is something we have planned for since before we were married, I guess. We've worked on it for the last 12 years, and you know, this has always been a goal of ours, and we've put forth, just like we do everything on the farm, we set goals, and this has just been one of those goals that now we can scratch off the list that we feel like we've completed, and we're extremely proud of ourselves at this point.
In addition to receiving statewide recognition as the newest Outstanding Farm Family, they also receive an expense-paid trip to compete in the American Farm Bureau's National Young Farmer Contest next month in Nashville. Stacy Vinson of Fayette County won first place in the final round of Kentucky Farm Bureau's discussion meet. The meet is a debate-styled competition for young farmers that relies on individual skills in reasoning and logical discussion on issues.
I've been to about 6, I guess. So really enjoyed it, and get to come back and meet, see a lot of faces I've met over the years, and catch up with, good friends and good times. And that we can get together and come together on a compromise on the stance we have to help go to our legislators and express our feelings and be such a big group that we can cause a big stance about it. One voice.
I do enjoy meeting the people and all that, but I'm a policy guy. My interest in this industry has been from childhood on. I grew up in agriculture, and I see that if we're going to be able to feed the nation, do our part in feeding the world, we have to be innovative. We have to always put our best foot forward, and that's what I want to do. I want to be a leader in that arena.
The 2012 Kentucky Agricultural Summit focused on the next generation of farmers and the possible challenges they could face. In tandem with the 2-day conference at the Kentucky Expo Center, a 5-year strategic plan for Kentucky agriculture was approved by the task force that worked many months to develop it.
My good friends at Kentucky invited me to come up and share ideas that we may have in Tennessee. I consider Kentucky and Tennessee sister states in a lot of ways. Agriculture is very similar across the state lines. We have farmers going into each other's state to do business, and so we need to think more regionally, and I think that that's one benefit of us sharing back and forth across state lines.
A true leader, a mentor, and a friend. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Mr. Harold Workman.
Harold Workman's many contributions to the agriculture industry won't be forgotten after he retires at the end of the year as the longtime president and chief executive officer of the Kentucky State Fair Board. The entrance to the North Wing lobby of the Fair and Expo Center will now sport a huge sign honoring his name.
It's about those who have worked tirelessly in the Department of Agriculture, Kentucky State Fair Board, many of the associations across the Commonwealth and across the country, the many volunteers that we have. You all are the ones who made this happen. Many of you are out here in the audience today. Many of you are volunteering as I stand here. They're out in the show rings in the South Wing and in Freedom Hall and in Broadbent, producing this world-renowned livestock exposition, and they're the reason that it is the way it is. It's not me, it's them.
Now here's a special announcement from Dwight Greenwell.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has been offering a vehicle incentive program of some type since 1992. Beginning January the 8th, 2013, we are partnering with General Motors to offer a $500 private offer for any member who has been paid in good standing for at least 60 days. The member simply negotiates their best deal with their Chevrolet, Buick, Pontiac, or GMC dealer, and then receives an additional $500 private offer from General Motors. For more information on this and our many other discounts, visit our website at kyfb.com.
And now for your calendar of coming events. The County Farm Bureau Presidents and Vice Presidents Conference is February 12th through the 13th in Louisville. Food Checkout Day is in Frankfort, February 21st. And the Kentucky Farm Bureau Congressional Tour is February the 24th through the 28th in Washington, D.C. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.